Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he completely reinvigorated the preaching mission of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and that is why we have our present-day acharyas. This from Bhaktivinoda Thakur, what is it called? The Bhaktivinoda Dhara. What is it? It means a stream, a flow. Bhaktivinoda Dhara. We do not have of the Vaishnava world, countries. Everyone owes payable, not be ability to Srila Thakur, because he is the one that inaugurated the preaching mission of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That relationship in our heart, but he is one of our main guardians and protectors, and who has given us everything that we have, because he gave us Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur and called him from the eternal abode and in this world in Sri Jagannath Puri Dham, and he is the one, and all of his disciples who have spread this mission throughout the world as the servants of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. So on this day, we cannot properly do justice. We will try. We will try to discuss these two personalities that we have. The upper planetary systems to the lowest, down to the tiny insects. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is controlling everything. And if anybody in a moment, an atheist. Because Mahaprabhu is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is the source of all incarnation. He is the source of all. He resides. Even he's maintaining the universe as Sheshnag. So, if we don't believe that everything is under his control and the movement of every atomic particle, then we're atheists. So don't be atheists, especially on this day. And we should booster and bolster our faith, our shraddha. That becomes unbreakable, so that it becomes so deep and so firmly rooted in the lotus feet of our acharyas and of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu, that nothing can bend us one iota. This is why we come together days. Their mercy is pouring on these days. As everybody came together and did such wonderful kirtan. Of course, we have generations of devotees. Their whole life, they've been singing, dancing, doing the arts, doing kirtan, preaching. So this is a wealth that has been created here in New Braj by Srila Gurudev. Coming here 15 years here is unlimitedly fortunate, and especially at these times when we come together to celebrate these festivals. So, first of all, I'm offering my Jnana Chakshu Tasmai Guruve Namah. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namani Saraswati Devi Charane Nirvi Shunyavadi Satyade Shatarane Namo Vishnupadaya Priyatmane Shri Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Narayaniti Namani. You can all also say Shri Krishna Lila Katane Sudaksham Audaurya Madhurya Gunayatam Varam Varenyam Purusham Mahantam Narayanam Tam Shirasha Namami Tridandinam Bhakta Shiromanim Cha Shri Krishna Padabja Dritaika Hridi Chaitanya Lilamrita Sarasaram Narayanam Tam Satatam Prapadye Namam Vishnu Padaya Acharya Singha Rupane Shri Srimad Bhakti Pragyana Keshaviti Namane Namam Vishnu Padaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Siddhanta Buddha Kisharaya Sakshad Vairagya Murtaye Vipralambara Sambudhe Padamjayate Namaha Namo Bhakti Sachidan Gopaya Rupanuga Varayate Goravir Vashta Shnava Sarva Bhauma Shri Jagannathaya Namaha Vansha Kalpatarubhyascha Sindhubhyevacha Patitanam Bhavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namo Mahabhadanaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namane Gaura Tishe Namah He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dina Bandho Jagapate Gopika Kanta Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Vrindai Tulsi Devai Priyai Keshavasya Cha Krishna Bhakti Prade Devi Satyavachai Namo Namaha Pancha Tattvatmakam Krishnam Bhakta Rupa Swarupakam Bhakta Avataram Bhaktakyam Bhakta Shaktikam Sri Krishna Chaitanya Nanda Shri Advaita Gadata Hari Gaur Bhakta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So first of all, I'm offering my unlimited Dandavat Pranams and my Shraddha Pushpanjali at the lotus feet of my most beloved, worshipable Gurudev, Nitya Lila Pravishta, Om Vishnu Pad Paramahansa Astatarasata Sri Srila A.C. Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada. And then I'm offering my same unlimited Dandavat Pranams and my Shraddha Pushpanjali at the lotus feet of my most worshipable beloved Siksha Gurudevs, Nitya Lila Pravishta, Om Vishnu Pad Paramahansa Asto Tarasata Sri Rakshak Sridhar Goswami Maharaj. Nitya Lila Pravishta, Om Vishnu Pad Paramahansa Tarasata Sri Danta Narayan Goswami Maharaj. And this Transcendental Disappearance Day, most empowered in the modern age, Srila Sachidananda Vinod Thakur, I offer unlimited obeisances at his divine lotus feet and pray for his causeless. This disappearance day of the very embodiment of Gaur Prem and the very Swarup of Gaur Prem, Sri Gadadhar Pandit, manifestation in Gaur of none other than Vrishabhanu Nani. We pray at his divine lotus feet to benedict us that we can have one tiny drop of this Gaur Prem in any lifetime. My Dandavat Pranams to all my Shri Rupanuga Guru Varga and my Dandavat Pranams to all the Vaishnavas and all the Vaishnavas. So, Srila Gurudev's Katha is very wonderful. His Hari Katha that came, as it always does, to us, to the internet. And also Srila Bhakti Vigyan Bharati. So there's actually more just between. But I want to read, because I was reading last night, Srila Gurudev's Katha on both. To read his Katha. Gurudev, July 10th, 2002, in Birmingham, England. So he says, today is a very auspicious day. In all our mutts, we are engaged in arranging for the Rath Yatra and Subhadra. But for that, celebrate the divine disappearance day of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur and Srila Gadadhar Pandit. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur and Gadadhar are in the same line. We can say, and it is also stated in the Shastras, that Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur is a manifestation of Srila Gadadhar Pandit. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he was always in a mood of service to Srila Gadadhar Pandit. If you go, how many of you have been to Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur's house and samadhi in Godrundweep? Raise your hand. And there, did you have the darshan of his very own Gaur Gadadhar deities that he worshipped? Yes. So, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he was always in a mood of service to Srila Gadadhar Pandit. He is Kamala Manjari. He is serving the divine nation towards Srimati Radhika. For us, some exceptionally good fortune. We are very fortunate. Only little time has passed since he. When I joined the I've even met and served his son, disciple, Srila Bhakti said, at that time I was old enough to have had his darshan and served him. But unfortunately, I was very near, not able to. Still, I'm very fortunate. His direct disciple, his very bold, the life and soul of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, my Guru Maharaj, me by my seeker, and he engaged with the Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada. Some Siddhanta that was not proper, I did it. I have seen Srila Prabhupada. I saw him through your eyes. My vision is perfect. I remember when Gurudev told us this story the first time. So then they complained to my Guru Maharaj saying, he is very proud. He is Srila Prabhupada politely answered, he is right. He actually saw him by hearing. You saw him only by your eyes. The eye can cheat, but the ear cannot cheat. I am very pleased with me. And he engaged me in his service. And still, I can serve him. He even wrote something about me. And therefore, I feel fortunate. if we follow the instructions of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur and Srila Gadadhar Pandit, especially Sri Sri Gaur Gadadhar, we can develop our Krishna consciousness. We should read and hear their teaching so that we may become. And then at this point, in brackets, it's saying that one of Gurudev's disciples about the life and the character of Srila Gadadhar Pandit. So then Gurudev spoke, he said, why Prabhu forbid Gadadhar Pandit to leave Jagannath Puri? You know about that? That Gadadhar Pandit, he had taken what is called Kshetra Sannyas. When he came to one very famous pastime of Gadadhar Pandit, and Mahaprabhu finally sent him back. But he said, anyway, I'll tell that later. So, asked by Gurudev, why did Chaitanya Mahaprabhu forbid Gadadhar Pandit to leave Puri? And of course, to accompany him on his places, right? Very cruelly order him to stay there while he went to Vrindavan without him. What was his real internal mood? The answer is that would remain with him, with Mahaprabhu. Then his mood, Mahaprabhu's mood of being Krishna, it would arise. Because who is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Huh?
Krishna.
Yes, he's Krishna. Combined with who? He's also personally directly appeared in Gaur Leela as Gadadhar Pandit. So here, Gurudev is giving this answer that if Gadadhar Pandit would remain with him, then his would arise. Because actually when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was Chaitanya Charitamrita, that toward the end of Mahaprabhu's time, was being aroused, so he had to leave Vrindavan. And what to speak of if Gadadhar Pandit came with him. So, now Gurudev explains this more. So he's saying that if Gadadhar Pandit would remain with him, then his mood in Krishna would arise. When they would go together to Govardhan, or to Vrindavan, to Rasastali and other places, say something like, Barha Pidam Karanayo Karanikaram Bipisham Vaijayantim, whose neck has 3 lines like Kancha, whose lotus face is graced with a gentle smile, fruit-like lips, complexion is like that of a fresh monsoon cloud, who is supremely peaceful, who stands in a full bending posture, whose yellow cloth is resplendent in the sun, who is adorned with a victory flower garland, who is surrounded on all sides by gopis, resides in Sri Vrindavan, her boy. So, if Gadadhar touring in as these, this Mahaprabhu would not have been able to control himself. It's called. His being in his identity as Krishna, Krishnatva, then it would become visible to all. And his pastime of giving Raga Nuga Bhakti and tasting Radha's mood would have been finished. So then Gurudev instructs his disciple to tell also the pastime of Gadadhar Pandit meeting with Pundari Vidyanidhi. Then Gurudev comments, and he says, there is an important teaching here. This of Gadadhar meeting with Pundarik Vijayani. So when Gadadhar Pandit first went to meet Pundarik with Mukunda, then he misunderstood him. Gadadhar was able to see Pundarik Vijayani. He cannot commit any mistake. Only to have to take shelter of a high-class guru, and he performed this pastime. We can achieve pure. You may be intelligent, or you may be an, but without a guru, you cannot serve Sri Sri Radha. Bhakti cannot develop. Now, in parentheses here is a very nice revert that pastime, directly from the Chaitanya Bhagavat. So we'll hear now that pastime of Gadadhar Pandit meeting Pundarik Vijayani. Gadadhar Pandit and Mukunda and Mukunda thus told Gadadhar Pandit, he said, listen carefully, Gadadhar. A very great devotee has come to Navadvip. You have been hankering for the association of pure Vaishnavas. Today, your desire will be fulfilled. You to see a one devotee. And for this, I simply want you to think of me as your dear servant. So that was a very sweet relationship between Mukunda and Gadadhar. You know how old Gadadhar was, and the happy Gadadhar Pandit called out the name of Krishna as they proceeded towards the great Vaishnava's residence with Mukunda. Never heard directly from the Chaitanya. It's amazing. Okay. So now, arriving there, Greek, sitting comfortably, and he was very respectful. Needy inquired from Mukunda, what is his name? Which village does he? Is effulgent, rendering devotional service to the Supreme Lord Vishnu, both his form and devotion. He only associates with Vaishnavas. Extremely dear. And when he heard about you, he was anxious to meet you. After hearing another Pandit, and the great personality, Sri Pundarik Vijayani, he sat like a prince. His beautiful bed was made of wood, covered with intricate brass, and reddish with him was a nicely prepared hammock. As he followed a life of pure, he looked as charming, as cute. Those who did not know him, they would consider him a prince. And about the impression that he was a man of the easy and comfortable life, given to pleasure. Pandit saw materialistic life. Pandit would be allowed to perceive everything, and nothing would remain unknown. In a very sweet voice, Mukunda began to sing a verse from the Srimad devotional service. The verse in English says, Alas, how shall I take shelter of one more merciful than he who has granted the position of mother to the she-demon Putana? She was unfaithful, and she always was hankering for the blood of human children. And with that desire in mind, she prepared deadly poison to be sucked from her breast. But because she offered her breasts to the Lord, greatest achievement. That verse from Bhagavatam, 3rd canto, is spoken by Uddhava, rolling down his face profusely like streams of the Ganga. And simultaneously, all the symptoms of ecstasy manifested on his person. He wept, trembled, rolled, horripilated, roared, and finally fell into an unconscious state of ecstasy. And then suddenly, regaining consciousness, he said in a loud voice, "Speak, speak!" And again he fell down to the ground. Agitated with spiritual emotions, he kicked everything that was near him, and all the luxurious to the ground. The shining brass pots of water, the container of betel, pan, pillows, bed sheets, everything became a confused jumble. He began tearing his fine clothes, and his well-groomed hair went haywire as he wept and rolled in the dust. He cried out, "O Krishna, my Lord, my soul, my very life, have made me hard-hearted like a stone." He lamented loudly, piteously crying out, "I have been deprived of the Lord, his most merciful incarnation." He and crashed down to the ground, and everyone was very afraid that he might break his bone. He trembled so violently that the 3 persons could not hold him down. He kicked everything that was in his way, and by helplessly, unable to control him. In this way, the storm of ecstatic love continued until it finally abated, and he fell in an unconscious state of bliss. Down with totally submerged ocean of spiritual. Gadadhar Pandit began to worry, thinking, "What inauspiciousness has overcome me to make me think in such an offensive manner about this great personality?" He embraced Mukunda, being extremely pleased with him. Tears of love, he said, "Mukunda, you have acted like a true friend. You have shown me a pure and unalloyed devotee of the Lord. Greatly magnanimous soul, you have revealed to me the unlimited extent of Pundarik Vidyanidhi's Krishna. Yet today I have been offensive, and the extent of my offense can only be mitigated by your mercy. To me and purify my heart. All the devotees who have surrendered to the Lord by the process of devotional service, they have accepted the shelter and the instructions of a guide, meaning guru, but yet I do not have such an instructor. He continues, he says, seeing Gadadhar Pandit's doubt, Mukunda Datta recited one verse to Pundarik Vidyanidhi, which is the verse that we heard the translation of. Aho bakiyam stanakala kutam jigyamsaya payayad apyasadvi lebe gatim datriuchitam tatonyam kamva dayalum sharanam brajema. So upon hearing this, Pundarik Vidyanidhi became overwhelmed with ecstatic emotions. Now, at this point, Gurudev tells his disciple to tell the story of Ballabhacharya, who visited Mahaprabhu, trying to prove his scholarship. And then Srila Gurudev again raises another question. And he says, a question comes that Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami has stated That's Srup Damodar. Jai Shri Shri Guru Gauranga Gandharvika Giridhari Shri Shri Radha Govinda Jiu Ki Jai. Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Sudarshan Chakra Jiu Ki Jai. Jai Shri Shri Nitai Gauranga Ki Jai. Shri Shringa Bhagavan Ki Jai. So question comes. Krishadas Kaviraj Goswami has stated that Swarup Damodar, Rai Ramananda and Sikhi Mahiti are Mahaprabhu's antaranga, his most confidential associates. And he even spoke about Madhavi Devi as being his half-intimate associate. But the question is not mention Gadadhar Pandit. Because Krishadas Kaviraj is saying that these are the 3.5 most intimate associates of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But then Gurudev is saying, why has he not included Gadadhar Pandit in this list? Very nice answer from Gurudev. Here's the answer. Sri Gadadhar Pandit is, as Srimati Radhika, is non-different from, or in other words, she or he is in Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Understand this point? Gadadhar Pandit is not separate from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And being Srimati Radhika is non-different than Mahaprabhu. So in other words, he is in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So now Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is always in the mood of Srimati Radhika. Yes? Is always in the mood of Srimati Radhika? Yes. If we know Mahaprabhu's nature, pastimes, moods, everything, he's always in the mood of Srimati Radhika. That's why he's come. To what? Yes. Specifically 3. We won't go into that, time is short. But the point is that Mahaprabhu is feeling I am Radhika. That is his main moods. And occasionally he comes out of that, like in Navadvip Leela, when he sat on the altar as being the Supreme Lord, like this. But even that is only and he doesn't remember doing that. Yes. So, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is always in the mood of Srimati Radhika. Sometimes he's in the mood of another Sakhi, but always in the mood of Srimati Radhika and always crying. And when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is in the mood of Srimati Radhika, Gadadhar Pandit has no function there like the others who are the antaranga. Gadadhar does not have a function there at that time when he's in the mood of Radhika. He is Radhika. Radhika is different from Krishna. So she is not an antaranga. Gadadhar is Radhika. Radhika is Krishna. So you cannot place Gadadhar as Radhika herself in the same position as one of the antarangas, these 3.5 intimate associates. Completely separate category. And Gurudev explained it here by saying that Mahaprabhu's all moods of Radhika. That Gadadhar at that time does not have a function there. But when Mahaprabhu comes into external consciousness, then Gadadhar plays many different roles. Like in Puri, for example. When every single day Mahaprabhu would come after bathing in the ocean, and he would come to Tota Gopinath and he would sit with Gadadhar Pandit every day. And Gadadhar would do what? Read Bhagavatam. Gurudev said, this is Krishna coming to the school, to the university of Radha's praying. And Radha herself, in the form of Gadadhar, is teaching. And then when Mahaprabhu leaves there, and in these Antya Leela pastimes, to his room, the Gambhira, and only Lalita and Vishaka can be there. Ramananda Roy and Swarup Damodar, assisting Krishna in diving in the endless, endless ocean of Srimati Radhika's prema. So there, Gadadhar cannot be there at that time. We can learn so many things. Without a guru, one may be powerful, like Brahma or Shankar, but one cannot even become liberated. What to speak of serving Radha Krishna? This is a very important point Gurudev is raising from this lesson of Vidyanidhi and the necessity of guru. So Gurudev is saying, we can learn so many things from these pastimes. And without a guru, a person may be powerful, even have so many great powers, like Brahma, Shankar, but one cannot even become liberated, even what to speak of serving Radha and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He personally took initiation from Ishwara Puripad. And he inspired Gadadhar Pandit to also take initiation. So initiation is very important. Some people think that they don't need a guru. They think that the mantras are written in books. Oh, so to read and to repeat them, that is sufficient. But this is absurd. I have seen many sannyasis and other senior male and female devotees who do not even chant their mantras given by their bona fide Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. They do not meditate on them. So how can one who does not even have a guru become inspired? From where will he get strength? So to accept a guru is essential. An initiated devotee will think, I must carry out the order given by my Gurudev. So we must accept any high-class Rasik Vaishnava guru. And some may think, oh, we came in this line because of Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. We are reading Swami Prabhupada's books and we are following him. There is no need of any other guru. Even some whose gurus fell down, they think in this way. Oh, I believe that Srila Prabhupada is my guru. No need to take initiation from anyone else. But this will not do. One has to take proper initiation and follow his guru, as did Lord Ramachandra himself, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Nityananda Prabhu, who is Akhanda Guru Tattva, the original guru himself. Nityananda Prabhu personally took initiation from Lakshmi Pati Tirtha. And after that, he accepted as his Siksha Guru Madhavendra Puri Pad, whose status was even higher than that of Lakshmi Pati Tirtha. You know who Lakshmi Pati Tirtha is? The guru of Madhavendra Puri. So Nityananda Prabhu took initiation from Lakshmi Pati Tirtha, but later he accepted Madhavendra Puri Pad, even more importantly, as his Siksha Guru. So even Sri Krishna, along with Balaramji, took initiation. They were disciples of Bhaguri Muni. Do not think that they took initiation from Sandipani Muni. Sandipani Muni was a school teacher who taught Krishna and Balaram the 64 arts, but their real Diksha Guru was Bhaguri Muni. Krishna personally spoke this to the gopis. The gopis were telling him, you do not have a guru, so you are a bogus person. Gopis are telling this to Krishna. Then Krishna replied, why are you saying so? You can go and ask Durvasa Muni. It was in front of him that I take initiation from Bhaguri Muni. So Bhaguri Muni came to my house and I took initiation from him. So as Nityananda Prabhu, he gave even more respect to Madhav, his Siksha Guru, and if the Siksha Guru is more qualified to Sikh, we should honor him and give him respect. We should serve such a Siksha Guru even more. There are thousands upon thousands of such examples in our Vaishnava scriptures. Weak. Mantra. Many of you have heard it from his own lotus mouth. So we can again recall these three words. Everyone can say, don't be weak. If you are developing your Krishna consciousness, then your life will be successful, otherwise not. Did you hear that sentence? I'm going to repeat it again. If you are developing consciousness, your life will be successful, otherwise not. And someone who is inspiring me in my Krishna consciousness, especially one who helps me to become a Rasik Vaishnava, he is more superior than anyone else. He is Keshava Bharati to be the guru of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, although he was in the line of Isha, but rather be the Vaish guru, gave him the sannyas Vaish. It is very hard to recognize a Vaishnava. We see that even a devotee like Gadadhar Pandit in his human-like pastimes, Pundarik Vijayanidhi, because Vijayanidhi was chewing betel nut and luxury like a king. And if the internal mood of a Vaishnava is high, then such a Vaishnava is to be accepted as 8 kilo japamala. Very long, big tilak, and thick. And he will start to chant Hare Krishna as soon as he sees someone. But that person, he may not be a pure Vaishnava. And another devotee like Pundarik Vijayanidhi may put us in a dilemma regarding whether or not he is a devotee. Do not try to understand who is a Vaishnava by his external appearance. Only an Uttam Adhikari can recognize an Uttam Adhikari. Even a Madhyam is used. Therefore, do not any Vaishnava or judge him appear. Your life should be successful. If you can develop your Krishna consciousness, then your life is successful. You may possess great wealth, position, power, beauty, so many good qualities, but if this one quality, Krishna consciousness, is not there, your life, it cannot be successful. Endeavor only to develop your Krishna consciousness. If the whole world is against you, or if you don't become wealthy or acquire any position, there is no harm in that. Try to maintain your life only for the purpose of developing Krishna consciousness. This is the teaching of Srila Rupa Raghunath and our Guru Parampara. Don't try to buy bhakti by wealth and money. Only by pure-hearted internal service to Sri Guru you can purchase it. Always remember what Krishna promised in the Bhagavad Gita. Ananyas chintayanto mam, ye jana paryupasate, tesham nitya bhyuktanam, yogakshemam vahamyaham. From Gita, Krishna is saying, but those who always worship me with exclusive devotion, meditating on my transcendental form, to them I carry what they lack, and I preserve what they have. Those who continuously chant and remember Krishna maintain themselves and their family, and therefore Krishna will come to maintain them. If we have strong faith in his words, certainly he is bound to fulfill. But we are very unfortunate. We don't have such strong faith. This is the problem. To overcome this and maintain faith, total Krishna. He is bound. All others may fail. He cannot. Try to realize this and be all conscientious to become a high-class devotee. Give for developing bhakti. Bhakti. Gurudev says, Harer Nam, Harer Nam eva keva, nasteva, nasteva, nasteva gatiranyata. There is no other way. Only bhakti, only bhakti, only bhakti. And then the kirtan, Jai, Gaur. So Gurudev then ends that section of his kirtan by saying, Jai Jai Gaur Gadadhar ki Jai. Gadai Gauranga ji ki Jai. Gaur Premanande. And then Gurudev says, which I guess we don't know, that I have to add. Now, we should discuss about the incarnation of Gadadhar Pandit, Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur. But don't hear one ear and out the other. Hear with both ears and take what you hear into your heart. So now to begin the Katha in Gurudev's assembly, he calls on Shamarani Didi to speak in the presence of during the time of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur's preaching. So just to give a little intro to this topic, you know that at that time, when Thakur Bhaktivinoda was living in this world, over a period of 300 plus years, the amongst the intellectual class, the smarta brahmanas and so forth. And why was that? Why did this happen? Sahajiya?
Some of the Vaishnavas had become and they were associating with women and doing their sinful activity in the name of
Right. Sampradayas. Offshoot Sampradaya.
To justify.
In fact, Srila Bhaktivinoda listed particularly 13 different ones who each had a different type of deviation. Guranga Nagari, Saki Beki, Al Bal, Karta Baja. There are 13 different names of different sampradayas. There's some publication you can actually read to understand what was the deviations that practice, which had nothing with. He took over and he said, we find so many Lalita Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, and instead they go to any Babaji. They pay 2 rupees. They get Gopi Bhav very cheaply. Such so Bhaktivinoda Thakur told, there is no other path. Don't worry for your Siddha Deha. Don't try to prematurely think, I am the Dasi of Rupa Manjari, and so on. First practice very steadfastly and determinedly. And remember this shloka from the Srimad Bhagavatam, 1st canto, 2nd chapter, verse 7. Vasudeve Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayojita Janiyati Ashu Vairagyam Jnanam Cha Yad Ahoy. Gurudev is saying, remember this shloka. What does it mean? By rendering devotional service unto Bhagavan Sri Krishna, one immediately acquires causeless knowledge and detachment from the world. Janayati ashu vairagyam jnanam cha yad ahoitikam. Causelessly, if one does bhakti to Vasudev Sri Krishna, bhakti yoga, then what happens? Automatically, renunciation, detachment, and knowledge come. So Gurudev says, ahoitukam, causeless knowledge, it will come. So wait for that. Otherwise you will be like an unripe jackfruit. Anybody ever cut open an unripe jackfruit? Any of you did? Yeah? Okay, so Gurudev, who was traveling, Pundarik Prabhu, who was traveling with Gurudev at that time, to explain, what does that mean? That you'll become like an unripe jackfruit. So and then their fingers are tangled in the sticky, glue-like substance inside that. And it becomes a source of trouble. So Gurudev said, wait for the proper time. Don't become like an unripe jackfruit. Then Gurudev continues, he says, all the teachings of Srila Bhaktivinoda summarized by one verse from his Gitavali. And we've heard Gurudev tell this. You know this song. It's from Bhaktivinoda Thakur's songbook, of his 4 songbooks called Gitavali. Nadiya Godrume Nityananda Mahajan Patiyache Namahata Jivera Karan. Then at the end of that song is one verse. And we were present with Srila Gurudev when he explained this more than once, how Bhaktivinoda Thakur has summarized the whole process from this one verse of his Gitavali. So what is that verse? Krishnara samsar karo chadi anachar jive doya Krishna nam sarva dharma sar. So one of the ladies back there can explain that. Because I heard you sing it. Krishnara samsar karo chadiya nachar jiver doya Krishna nam sarva dharma sar. Anyone can explain? Okay, Dharma Prabhu.
One should go on with his material activities, thinking of Krishna within without, like kind of secretly worshiping Krishna within, going on with all his normal materialistic or, occupational duties.
Yeah. Anything more?
Yeah,
verse.
there's more, I don't remember that.
Okay. So here, what does this mean? Gurudev here's the translation. Similar to what you said, but a little bit more specific. He's saying, carry on. Krishnera samsar koro. Krishnera samsar means make your life Krishna's life. Krishna's samsar. So what does it mean? What does samsar mean? When he's saying, make your samsar Krishna samsar.
Your life.
Our life in this world that we are now living is called our samsar. Okay? And we have many duties. We, especially most of the devotees, are householders, family, children, work. Duties we have in any of the ashrams. But Bhaktivinoda Thakur has summarized all these teachings into this one verse. And the first item is make your life Krishna's samsara. So that's not very difficult to do because our acharyas have shown their own example, especially Bhaktivinoda Thakur. He lived a life with how many children he had?
13.
13? I thought it's 11. 11 children. Yes. And he had very responsible work that he was taking care of in his life, did he not?
Yes.
What was his job?
High court job.
Yeah, magistrate, barrister, high court judge, very responsible. Bhaktivinoda Thakur was so well known at that time in British India, he had many colleagues who were British lawyers, They call them barristers in England. And then when he became a magistrate, an actual judge, high court judge, so they knew him. Everybody knew Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Kedaranath Datta was his name. And they used to be completely awestruck by his ability to do his work. They, because it's not a very easy thing to be a British court, because it's not like every case comes and then there's a jury and then there's all this proceeding. No, the high court judge hears the presentation and he makes the decision. And case after case after case after case. Not an easy thing to do. And they all were completely awestruck by this personality who was very well known in British society as a very high-level intellectual. They didn't fully know his bhakta background, but they knew that he was such an incredible intellectual personality, highly learned in British schools of India, So they used to say, oh, Kedaranath Datta, half of the number of cases that he does every day. That's how empowered his transcendental, pure intellect and mind and his perception, because he was a pure devotee. And he could immediately detect and understand who is the criminal, what should be their punishment, etc. Like that, perfectly. Krishnera samsara koro. Make your life Krishna's samsara. That means you live your life And your life as a householder with your children, it is actually for Krishna, not for your sense gratification. Yes, you perform your duties to your family, to your children. Give them love and affection. Bring them up as devotees, just like we are in this room with so many that have been brought up as devotees, and look how they've turned out, so wonderful human beings, pure, very pure-hearted, and practice Krishna Bhakti. So, everyone should live this verse, Krishnara samsara koro. Make Krishna the center. Householders also have to have a Thakurji in the house. This is a prescription for Grihastha ashram. They must have Krishna there. Because why? Because he's the one that you're cooking for. He's the one that you're putting to rest. Pleased by all your activities. Your Thakurji. See? So Krishna always, always, always in the center. It is for Krishna. So it's called Krishnara Samsara. Then the next thing he's saying, so carry on your worldly duties, but in relation to Krishna. Then the next thing, Jive Doya. And, well, this is not a complete translation. Chadi Anachar. Anachar mean?
Throw out.
Anachar,
Chubby.
just like we have our, what do you call it? Our achar that we perform as Vaishnavas. Sad achar. We have sad achar. Proper behavior, proper conduct, proper living according to the principles given by Hari Guru and Vaishnavas. It's called sadachar. But anachar, what does that mean? Anachar means bad activities that are not in this category. So what does Bhaktivinoda Thakur say? Chadi anachar. Chadi means give it up. So first of all, Krishnara samsara koro. Make your life Krishna samsar. And then what next after that? Chadi anachar. Anything that is contrary, give that up. Then, jiver doya. What does that mean? Jiver doya. Doya means mercy, right? So, jiver doya means they're all jivas in every single form of life are our brothers and sisters. They're actually all related to us. But now they're stuck in this ant body or this bumblebee body or bird body or whatever. Okay? And especially in the human society. Some are born very low grade because of their activities in the mode of ignorance. Some in the mode of passion. But they're all suffering. All the jivas are suffering because they've forgotten Krishna. So jiver doya means have mercy. This is the instruction Bhaktivinoda. It's like the essence. He's synopsizing. He's condensing all the instructions into these 5 instructions in this song. Jiver doya. Be merciful to the jivas. Then Krishna Nam. What does Krishna Nam mean? Chant. Never, ever, in any circumstance of your lives, ever give up chanting Krishna's names. Never, never give up chanting Krishna. If you do, you are very, very. Hopefully, you can get back on track. Because in Kali Yuga, people are weak. But get back on track. Because you have now got the most fortunate opportunity that any jiva can ever have in the whole universe, not just on our planet. We've come in the line of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu with such gurus, with such guru parampara. We've got every opportunity at our fingertips. But if we don't utilize that, we are very, very unfortunate. But Everyone should stay on track. And if you've gone off, get back on track right now, not tomorrow. You don't know when you'll die. Does anyone know? Does anyone know? Especially now, precarious times. Anyone can go at any moment. Chant Krishna Nam. That's the instruction of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Krishna samsara karo, chadiyanachar, jiva Krishna Nam. These 4 instructions. And then he says, Sarva Dharma Sar. This is the Sar. This is the essence of all Dharma. Everything that has ever been written in all the Vedas, in all the Upanishads, in Mahabharata, Ramayana, Vedanta Sutra, and even the Srimad Bhagavatam. This is the essence. So, Gurudev has chosen to highlight this verse, that the essence of all teachings Bhaktivinoda Thakur has put into this verse. So Gurudev says, the essence of this shloka is Jiva Doya. Essence of this shloka is Jiva Doya, mercy towards all living entities. And Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur explained, what is the meaning of real kindness towards the jivas? What is the meaning of that? Real kindness. And we should try to follow this. If you cannot turn the mood of even one person toward Krishna, so that he chants the holy name and remembers Krishna in the way given by our acharyas, this kindness, if you can turn, did I say can turn? If you can turn the mood of even one person toward Krishna, so that he chants the holy name and remembers Krishna in the way given by our acharyas, this kindness is millions times better than opening millions of hospitals or schools. So I want that next year each of you will bring 5 new devotees, and then I will think that you have preached. If one cannot inspire a single person, only engage in sense gratification, then fie on such a wretched person. So what is the meaning of Krishna samsara? Making one's home Krishna-centered. It doesn't mean to be an ordinary family person. It means to be family persons like the Gopas. Persons like Sridham, Subal, Madhumangal, Sudama. They married, but married for Krishna. For Krishna. And once Srila Gaura Das Babaji was staying in Navadvip, near the Ganges, and he was doing bhajan without any hut or other possessions, then a man came, and that man said to Gaura Das Babaji, "Oh, Babaji Maharaj, I am your disciple. Today, I have collected a Krishna Dasi. I just married her, so please sprinkle your mercy upon her." Then Babaji replied, "I am very happy. You are fortunate to have collected a Krishna Dasi. Worship her daily. And don't be lusty. Don't try to enjoy her, otherwise you will be finished forever." And hearing this, that man quickly ran away and never came back. So, our marriage should be for Krishna. Like the Gopas, without any lust at all. Thus, showing Jiva Doya, mercy toward all living entities. Collect sincere devotees who will come to hear Harikatha. The managers here, they should not have problems how to accommodate everybody. I want this. Preach everywhere. Don't depend on any preaching center. Whether there are preaching centers or not, preach. If the preaching center is easily accomplished, very good. But even without it, preach and distribute the message of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and help others to become pure, sincere devotees, regardless of their ashram. They can be family men, brahmacharis, or vanaprasthas, but they should be sincere devotees. This is the teaching of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. He wrote more than 100 books in different languages. He was like Srila Rupa Goswami, Srila Raghunath Das Goswami, and Srila Jiva Goswami. And therefore he is called Saptam Gosai, the seventh Goswami. And as Maharaj Bhagirat brought the river Ganga from the heavens in this earth to this earth to liberate his ancestors, similarly, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur brought the current of pure bhakti, bhakti bhagirati, prem dharma, and especially upapati bhav, unnata ujvala ras, from Goloka Vrindavan to this world. What he brought was not only from heaven like the Ganges, he brought the very sacred stream of love and affection from its original place in Radha Kunda, from the lotus feet of Srimati Radhika. And thus he is called Saptam Goswami. There is so much more to say in his glorification. His glories are like an unlimited ocean. We try a little from the shore of Srila Gaur Prema Kripa Sindhu Patitanam Vaishnava. Shri Guru Hari Shri Radha Govinda Jiv ki jai, Shri Bhoga Arati ki jai. Okay, we need one of the kirtaniyas in the feminine form to perform the arti, kirtan.
Jaya Gopi
Jai Siparikar Shri Shri Guru Gauranga Gandhar Dika Giridhari Shri Shri Radha Govind Jiu Ki Jai Shri Shri Radha Vinod Bihari Jiu Ki Jai Jai Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Sudarshan Chakra Jiu Ki Jai Jai Shri Shri Nitai Gauranga Ki Jai Shri Giriraj Govardhana Ki Jai Shri Shringa Bhagavan Ki Jai Nachilila Pravishta Om Vishnu Pad Paramahansa Astatara Sata Shri Srila A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada Ki Nachilila Pravishta Om Vishnu Pad Paramahansa Astatara Sata Shri Srila Bhakti Vedanta Narayana Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai Nachilila Pravishta Om Vishnu Pad Paramahansa Astatara Sata Shri Bharati Goswami Maharaj Ki Nitya Lila Pravishto Vishnu Pad Paramahansa Asto Tarasata Shri Srila Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Goswami Maharaj Ki Nitya Lila Pravishto Vishnu Pad Paramahansa Asto Tarasata Shri Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj Ki Nityalila Pravishto Vishnu Pad Paramahansa Statarasata Shishimat Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Nityalila Pravishta Om Vishnu Pad Paramahansa Asto Tarasata Shri Srila Saptam Gosai Srila Sachidananda Bhakti Vinod Thakur Ki Jai Tadiya Tirobhav Maha Mahotsav Titi Ki Jai Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur Ki Jai Vaishnava Sarvabhaum Shri Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai Jai Shri Gaudiya Vedanta Chadra Baladev Vijabhushan Prabhu Ki Jai Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur Ki Jai Srila Narottam Srinivas Yamananda Prabhu Trai Ki Jai Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai Navandas Thakur Ki Jai Jai Shri Rupa Nuga Guru Varga Ki Jai Jai Shri Rupa Sanatan Bhatta Raghunath Shri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Das Raghunath Sada Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai Jai Shri Sarup Damodar Roy Ramanandadi Gaur Parsada Vrinda Ki Jai Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai Prem Se Kaho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivas Adi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai Shri Gadadhar Pandit Prabhu Ki Jai Shrimati Radharani Avatar Shri Gadadhar Pandit Prabhu Ki Jai Gaur Prema Gadadhar Ki Jai Tirobhav Mahamahotsav Titi Srila Gadadhar Pandit Prabhu Ki Jai Shri Navadvipa Dhama Ki Jai Shri Vrindavan Dhama Ki Jai Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopi Go Govardhan Dvadashavanatmaka Shri Braj Mandala Dhama Ki Shyama Kunda Radha Kunda Yamuna Ganga Tulsi Bhakti Devi Ki Jai Jai Shri Shri Radha Govinda Radha Gopinath Radha Madan Mohan Jiu Ki Jai Shri Shri Radha Gokulananda Radha Shyama Sundar Radha Raman Radha Damodar Jiu Ki Jai Jai Shrimati Lalita Vishaka Adi Ashtu Sakhi Vrinda Ki Jai Shri Rupa Manjari Rati Manjari Adi Manjari Vrinda Ki Jai Shrimati Vrinda Devi Ki Jai Shrimati Purnamasi Yoga Maya Devi Ki Jai Shri Gopi Swar Mahadeva Ki Jai Sarva Bhishta Pradata Giriraj Govardhan Maharaj Ki Jai Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai Grantaraj Shri Chaitanya Charitamritam Ki Jai Jai Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Sudarshan Chakra Jiu Ki Jai Shri Jagannath Puri Kshetra Dhama Ki Jai Bhakti Vigna Vinashana Shrina Shringa Deva Ki Jai Bhakta Prabhu Prahlad Maharaj Ki Jai Pradaya Charu Acharya Ki Jai Akra Matraj Shri Chaitanya Mat Ki Jai Orananya Shakamat Samuha Ki Jai Shri Vishva Vaishnava Raj Sabha Ki Jai Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Tribhuvana Pavana Harinama Samkirtana ki jai. Tribhuvana Mangala Harinama Prabhu ki jai. Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Sachinandan Gaura Hari ki jai. Shri Nityananda Mahajana ki jai. Shri Panchatattva ki jai. Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Samagata Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Nitai Gaura Premanande Hari Hari Ro. Shinu Brajdama ki jai. Nubrajdam Vasigana ki jai. आज के आनंद की जय।